So Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. So these are alleged leaks. Okay, so for people who may not want to be spoiled, you never know with leaks. A lot of leaks in the past year that have come out about games and stuff have been correct. So spoilers ahead of possible story and whatever. If you don't want to be spoiled, go away. I don't feel like having anyone, complain. Oh my god, go away now. Because whether they're real or not, why take a chance, right? So go away. All right, so alleged leaks. The plot for Naughty Dog's newly announced game, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, has allegedly leaked. A 4chan user shared a summary of the alleged leak and claimed it was sent to a handful of gaming journalists, the most notable of whom includes Jason Schreier. But they are debating whether or not to share it. The leaker is supposedly a disgruntled Naughty Dog member who hates the direction that. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised. The way the direction the company is going, as Cuckman gets more powerful and influent, his power grows stronger by the day. Part of the reason why Schreier is hesitant to give the okay. The summary begins: the playable character Jordan, I'm guessing that's Tati Gabriel's character. Jordan was a member of the Five Aces, a band of notorious criminals. The leader, Luis, disappeared without a trace, causing the five to drift apart. The reason for Jordan's shaved head, the absurd reaction to which Naughty Dog fully expected, is to serve the hiding of her identity, as she's a wanted criminal. Jordan works as a bounty hunter purely as a means to find her former partners, particularly Lewis, who she sees as a father figure. It continues. Kumail Nanjiani plays Colin, the comic relief of the crew. The tutorial and opening mission is on Semperia's moon, leading to Jordan chasing Colin into space. An important note from the leak is that there will be no space combat. The aforementioned segment is a cutscene. I mean, probably for the best. I mean, there are some companies who can do like space and stuff like that, or underwater really, really good. And then there are some that can't. So maybe it's best to not have any space combat. I mean, just because the game's called Intergalactic doesn't mean you need to have space combat. That just means you're going, intergalactic. You're going planet to planet and, throughout the galaxy. And so, as they fly into Semperia's atmosphere, an EMP wave disables both ships, leading them to crash in different locations. The bulk of the game is described as an open world, Uncharted mix with sci-fi elements. Which sounds like a good idea because Uncharted is good. But bet you anything they'll find a way to mess that up. The majority of the enemy combatants are AI-driven machines, but with a wide variety of types. Melee, range, and even vehicle combat are in the game. Jesus! No, it's not Jesus, it's Adam. I was wondering what that was. Adam was playing with my hand underneath the freaking desk. He's just a little ball of energy right now. He's only like 7 months, so he's just like, Grandpa, play, play, play. You can barely see her, but Zelda's right there. Zelda, you used to be like that. And then she's like, yeah, and then I got older. Same thing with him. Like those two, I would go outside, hit Roxas, Zelda, and Link. Once I sat down on the porch, like I'd actually sit down on the porch so I was at their level. All of them just climbing all over, and I'm looking around like, where's Link? And like he's either on this side of me or this side of me, and he just wanted to sit with Grandpa. But Zelda and Roxas were just climb all over. They're like climbing up and jumping on my head, and now look at them. They're old. They're not old. They're like a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in April, April 1st, which is my birthday. And I will be old. Let's just say that. But yeah, I was wondering what that was. I felt something. I was like, what is that? And then I felt a little scratch on my hand. I was like, Jesus. He's like, my name isn't Jesus, it's Adam. And yes, it is Adam. Like, first man Adam. It's a black cat thing. I've got a black cat outside named Lucifer. There was one that was over here for a little bit, and I was like, oh, I bet he's going to betray me at some point. There he is. It's like he's gonna betray me at some point. So I called him Judas. Mama's last litter she had, there was a black cat. I called her Lilith. So if that was a girl, I would have named him Eve. But it's a boy, so called him Adam. I don't believe in the Bible, and I don't believe in God, but I like the biblical names. Down he goes, like a war pipe. He's like, ew, ew, ew. But yeah. Uncharted's good, but how much you want to bet that they're going to mess this up? AI driven. The base of the operations of the game is your crash ship, which can be customized. You can customize how destroyed it really is. You know, it's like, oh, hey, that window's not busted. You can customize it. You can customize busting out that window too. No, it's probably like, well, these windows are destroyed. Let's just have a nice drape over them. Oh, isn't that homey? Customize. You can find each member of your old crew, and they will join you on your ship. Join you on the ship with seamless interactions depending on the day and night cycle. Think R2-D2. In your search for Lewis, it states, the leak goes on. The leak goes on. The gist of the plot is that Lewis has sent a message to all crew members, or all members of the Five, excluding Jordan, to meet him on the planet. They were specifically instructed to come alone, and not to mention this to the other members. Once 3 members of the crew besides Lewis join you, the game takes a hard turn. An underground dwelling race of aliens known as Empyreans kidnap Jordan's teammates. Oh, goodness. The ship, with all its decorations and customizations, is just... Then what's the point? Inspired by ME2's collector's events. Well, then why bother? Like, people are going to spend so much time trying to customize this freaking ship only to have it destroyed. It's like, think about, like, Animal Crossing. You know, you go through all the time to build your, get your house up there and get it paid off and you customize it, and then a freaking wrecking ball just comes in and smashes it away. It's like, what? I put so much time and effort into customizing. Come on. Here's Adam. Why are you wet, dude? Why are you all wet? He's probably playing the shower. Or he went into the... Well, while he was getting a drink, he likes to freaking, like, put his hands and face in the water. Kittens. Right? But yeah, that's like... I really hope that you don't have to go out of your way to collect these things, because it's like, okay, well, what's the point? It's just going to get destroyed. No, the drapes over the destroyed windows. I took like 5 whole seconds to put those up. As for the Empyreans, it reveals the Empyreans resemble humans with some notable differences, including the ability to sprout large insect legs that allow them to scale walls, as well as night vision. With more of a survival horror shift, you make your way through the underground tunnels to try to save your crew. Eventually, you reach where they are held, where it is revealed that Lewis is preparing to execute them in front of a horde of angry Empyreans. Jordan interrupts, begging to know why Lewis is doing this. Lewis explains the big twist of the game, that Empyreans were once humans who were teleported to the planet thousands of years ago as a side effect of the quantum experimentation needed to develop distant spacefaring technology. When Lewis crashed onto the planet, he found himself empathizing with their race, promising to help support their desire to return to Earth. Apparently had read Heart of Darkness, which inspired this plot point. The leak continues. This Empyrean religion, founded by the Heretic prophet, stated generations upon generations would suffer until a Messiah arrived to lead Empyreans to their ancestral home. And they would reclaim the land and purge its inhabitants. The AI software and battery machinery on the planet was constructed over thousands of years to assist in invading Earth. However, the technology needed for a ship to pierce Empyrean's atmosphere without being disabled by its unique qualities could not be figured out. Yeah. Jordan is forced to watch as each of... Oh, we actually get sacrifices? Wow, I'm all over this game now. I love it when it takes a dark turn. Well, then again, this isn't unusual. I mean, even freaking the Fail Guard had stuff like this, so it's really not that big of a deal. It's nice to see. It's nice to see, and especially if they're like these characters that you don't really get to know a whole lot. Caring about them, like, oh, just because they're all crew members, it's like, okay, that doesn't make me care about them. Are shot in the head by Lewis. She begs to know why he's doing this. It's because I'm a man. Lewis informs her that she was never meant to be here. It's why he didn't call to her to come. He was using his former partner's presence on the planet as means to an end. Lewis has an affection for Jordan. He orders the Empyreans to detain her while they find Galactopol and take their ships. Jordan escapes, and the final act has the player tear through a war zone between the two sides, ultimately resulting in Jordan chasing Lewis down and killing him as he operates a huge tank. Lewis's dying words are to ask Jordan to continue his work, that the Empyreans deserve to see their home again. The player has a choice to use the tank to destroy the Empyrean robots, leaving them defenseless to be slaughtered by Galactopol, or destroy Galactopol ships. After either choice is made, you find Lewis's old ship and fly into space, the ending depending on which choice you made. In a blog post, Cuckman provided a brief synopsis of the game. Intergalactic stars our newest protagonist, Jordan A. Munn, a dangerous bounty hunter who ended up stranded on Semperia, a distant planet whose communications with the outside universe went dark hundreds of years ago. In fact, anyone who's flown to it hoping to unravel its mysterious past was never heard from again. Jordan will have to use all of her skills and wits if she hopes to be the first person in over 600 years to leave its orbit. And she can do it because she is a strong, powerful, independent woman, and she doesn't need anyone to do any of this for her. So Avatar, the video game. So there you go. There is the supposed plot of Intergalactic. I mean, on paper it sounds fine enough, but how much you want to bet that they're gonna screw it up somehow? Because they cannot help themselves. In modern gaming, they can't help themselves. So, I guess we'll find out whenever the game releases. But until then, it's it's a new anticipated game. Everyone's so hyped about it, so naturally leaks are gonna happen. So it'll be interesting to see how many more leaks come out. But yeah, just leak number 1, I guess. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.